So some of you may or may not know this, but I used to run another channel by the name of the Modern Day Winston Churchill, aka MDWC.
I'd like to refer to him from here on as a modern day Winston Churchill. Over insurmountable odds.
The Instagram account had 165,000 subscribers. At the time, it got deleted off Instagram. YouTube had a couple thousand. I think it's roughly around 4 or 5,000. X, I think, has like 1,000 still, so on and so forth. And the Instagram account got deleted, and I appealed it. And I was surprised it lasted as long as it did with the dark sense of humor comedy that was on there. I know where the deletion comes from. It's the theys, and I'll let you guys form an opinion about who you think the theys are, but I'm not going to mention it because you start talking about these things and then the same thing will happen here. So I'll let you guys form the opinion on that. You can always DM me and ask me what happened, and I'll explain to you in full detail, but I'm not going to speak about it publicly because it'll happen here as well. But I had a lot of fun on that channel, and I posted a lot of great things, a lot of videos. A couple of the videos, the reels that were there, had like 40 million views, thousands of comments and likes, and it was just bizarre. And it kind of got away from me at a certain point in the last year or two that videos had millions of views, millions of comments, thousands of it was crazy. But once the Instagram account got deleted, I kind of turned my attention back towards New Universal Order. This channel here has been around since 2008. Started off as just a basic, YouTube account, posting different things. Then it turned heavily into a paid-for channel for many years. Then it became dormant for a large amount of years. And then just when MDWC got deleted, I turned back to New Universal Order and give it the proper attention it needs. Now, on the old Modern Day Winston Churchill account, I was doing a video series called Chats with Churchill. And I think there's 14 episodes. And there's various chats videos with Brad Andrew, Dale Chance, Andrew Clore, Robert Frank, Jason Blaha, like all these different, and there's some maniacs, Stewart in the UK, and Jake P and Big Daddy, and there's Tommy Philippe, like different maniacs I was speaking to, and Cynthia is one of them as well. And I had these videos on MDWC on the YouTube channel, and I would try to make them public, and either YouTube wouldn't let me, or I would get an error code, or it would be taken down. But luckily, what I did is I have these saved off of YouTube. So to preserve these videos, I'm going to upload them here so that they're preserved. They're not, they'll just disappear, and I'll keep them saved off of any online platform so that if this happens here too, I still have them. But I just want to throw it out there that, that channel is gone. There's no point in trying to bring back that with anything I would try to post on those channels because it's a vicious circle. It happened all over again. It's a shame that a lot of comedy, my sense of comedy, which is dark sense of comedy, is taken in that light as a lot of different things. And again, I really don't want to touch on it because it'll happen here. So again, this is just to let you know that this will be attached to the first episode, which was I think back in late 2024, and then onward from there, you'll see the rest of the Chats for Churchill episodes here in the Universal Order.
Well, thank you guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first actual episode of Chats with Churchill. The announcement video I had, this was supposed to be done with Lenny, and we all know what happened to Lenny. So I want to first say thank you to Andrew for reaching out and saying, he wanted to be a part of this. He wanted to kind of be involved as this, video series goes on. I was in a place where I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I'm glad that Andrew reached out and said he wanted to be a part of this. Brad volunteered and says he wants to do this full time every week. And I said, right on. And then we invited Mike T on. I wanted to talk to Mike T and give his insight about, what happened with Lenny. I don't want to hear anybody else's fucking view or story about what happened with Lenny other than Mike T's. So, Andrew, I know you had something you wanted to read. I don't know if you want that, you to go through that, or do you want?
Let me read it now while I still have some daylight out here. So Synthol Mark had heard about Lenny's death, and he sent me something that he wanted me to read all the maniacs. So I'm going to do that now while I have some daylight. This is from Synthol Mark. Hello to all the. Let me try this again. Hello to all Delray Misfit fans, or as Lenny would say, Misfit maniacs. I had been out of the loop for a few years. Family, health issues kept me from really following what was going on around the Misfit universe. I was really saddened to hear about Big Lenny's passing. I knew he had health issues the last few years, but did not know that it got that serious. I remember visiting him in the hospital for the first time this came up years ago. He was still talking about competing at the Ruby Classic. Lenny was an absolute one of a kind. What you saw in the videos was exactly how he was outside of them. I really feel like that he could have been a famous wrestler. He had everything you could want. His promos would have been legendary. The first time I met Lenny was at the World Gym across the street from the old Delray Fitness. Lenny was easily over 400 pounds the first time I saw him. We were in the dumbbell section, and in between sets, I told him, "Dude, you are the biggest person I've ever seen at a gym." He just smiled and said, "Thanks." I think that comment endeared myself to him. As we all know, Lenny loved being the biggest guy around. I would see him every now and then, but did not run into him again till World Gym closed and we were all transferred to the would-be Delray Fitness. Pretty sure it was a Gold's Gym first, which it was. Lenny had a torn bicep tendon, and I would see him at the gym all the time working his way back. That is when we would start to talk about training and become more friendly. The rest is kind of what you all saw in the videos. It was an absolute blast to be around all the guys, and when Lenny was there, it was comical. I would get a workout in and then stay for the laughs and conversations. Lenny was a trip, faults and all. Like the rest of us, he had his flaws, but he was a good man. I really enjoy lifting with him. He was a well of knowledge when it came to lifting and nutrition. Lenny got some heat from people for the half reps and all of that, but most did not know how beat up his body was from all the crazy lifting and training he did earlier in his life. I always admired that he would still bust his ass and train with intensity. The thing I will remember the most about Lenny is his laugh. No matter where you were in the gym, you could hear his laugh across the entire area. When Lenny was around and the conversation got going, you could not help getting pulled in by his laughter. So true. I send my deepest condolences to his family, friends, and Delray Misfit fans. I will always remember the good times I had hanging out with all the guys and especially Big Lenny. It was an honor to live with him. Big Lenny will be missed, and he will be remembered forever. Get the fuck out of here. Those are called Egyptian
right there.
beasts.
That's Lenny sending you a sign.
Get all over you.
Rest in peace, Big Lenny. See you on the other side. I wish all of you the very best. Enjoy every day you have and cherish it. Take care, Mark, or as Lenny dubbed me, Synthol Mark. Thank you, Mark.
That's very nice. You read that a lot better than the document I read on the New Universal Order podcast.
Document?
I remember that.
You remember that? Yeah. When we were
Let's
in the
smoke some
old
crack.
studio. Well, I appreciate you reading that.
Yeah, man, no problem. Thanks again, Mark.
Yeah. All
so,
right,
Mike,
Mike.
let's give the floor to Mike here.
You actually went in and out. It looked like your connection lost for a second. Make sure you're on the good Wi-Fi and see if you can get a good connection. And
get out of the Diamond Dolls champagne room.
Is it good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You don't have
try to stay near a window then if you can.
No, I'm at my house. Can you hear me?
Go hijack your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Guys. You can hear me now?
Yeah, look for the free ones.
Oh.
Why don't you? Well, who the fuck doesn't have Wi-Fi? Oh, Jesus
Lenny's
Christ.
closest friend. Who do you think?
How am I only 1%?
You
2 peas in a pod.
This Wi-Fi.
Can you hear me?
Well, Mike, Mike, what we'll do is, like I said, I don't want to hear from any other douchebag YouTuber. I want to hear your side of
You can hear me now?
what you encountered with, finding out about Lenny and that all of that. And then if you want to bail after that, you're more
Can
than
you hear
welcome
me?
to.
Jesus fucking Christ. Can you hear me? I don't have Wi-Fi. I'm on regular internet. Yeah. You can hear me, right?
No, man.
It was pretty
Can
cut
you hear
out
me now,
pretty
though?
badly.
Just keep walking around. That'll make it
No,
better.
I'm not moving. I'll stay right there. I'm up to 4%
You
now.
switch to data. Switch to data. Or are you on data?
So anyway, yeah. Lenny and I text on a really daily basis. He sends me videos, wrestling videos.
The best laid plans of mice and
I
men.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Let's
I
try
can hear
this
you
again.
guys.
Go for it.
Okay, all right, so basically, me and Lenny, it's fucking weird.
Perfect.
Bye-bye.
This might not work out. Oh, he's in the lobby again. Hold on.
Good fucking grief.
I'm going to have a lot of editing to do.
No, leave this all in. Fuck it.
Don't edit anything. Fuck it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, leave it in.
Let's see. He's back in the lobby. I let him back in. Let's see if he pops.
He's there. He's there.
Are you at Lenny's mom's house? For Christ's sake. Fucking reception. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah,
You guys can hear him?
I can.
Look, his status is at 1%. He's literally 1%, barely noticeable.
Brad looks like he's like either half asleep or half baked.
Both. No, I just ate. I don't feel.
All right, well, let's do this.
Yes, I can hear you.
Mike, are you on data or are you on Wi-Fi?
Adam can't hear you. Adam can't hear you.
Fucking amateur hour.
He's gonna read the vibration of your neck. Can't read your mouth because now his mouth is gone and now he's reconnecting.
See, this is why I want to do it in the studio. Like these challenges.
That's exactly right. The video shit, I can't stand it. Being remote, it's always better in person.
Yeah,
Mike, you look like the comedians. What's his name? Kevin James.
I can hear him fine. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Adam, you can't see him or hear him?
No. Just let him go. Say his piece.
Okay. Oh, all right. So I haven't heard from the guy in like a week.
That's
so I think to myself, maybe his phone's disconnected or he didn't pay his phone bill or something like that. Something stupid.
Oh yeah.
So like, I'll give it a couple. I'll have to drive up, see what's going on. Maybe he needs money for his phone bill or something like that.
Yeah.
So
the
next morning, Andrew Calora texts me, say, "Hey, you heard from Lenny?" I'm like, "No, hasn't replied to me. No response as a text." So I'm like, if I don't, I told Andrew Calora to make a wellness check. Call the the city and see if you can call the fire police and see if you can have a wellness check on Lenny. I didn't know his mother's address, but Andrew Calora knew the mother's address. I didn't. So he had a wellness check done. And they never got back with Andrew Calora. So the next morning, I dropped to see Lenny to see if everything's okay. To the guard shack, I said, "Hey, yeah, I remember that. I recognized the security guard there." And she said, "I said, you remember the guy that rides the big guy that rides the bicycle, Lenny?" She's like, "Yeah, I know him." I said, "Yeah, I haven't heard from him in like a week. I'm trying to see if he's okay." And she's like, "Yeah, the ambulance was here like a few days ago." And I said, "Oh, really?" And he said, then his brother called me yesterday and said he passed away of a stroke. I'm like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, his brother just called me yesterday, said he passed away of a stroke."
Did he die at his house
So
or did he die at the hospital?
I don't know. That's right. I'm thinking. No, I think it's the hospital because what I did the day before I drove up there, I called the hospital and asked if Lenny was in the hospital, and she said no, he's been released. And I said, well, how long ago? She said, well, I can't tell you that because he was in the hospital the month before. When he got to the hospital, he was feeling bad. The month before, he was in the hospital for like a week when that girl was watching his cat. He was there for a week, a month before. So I didn't know. I didn't know if it was like I said, it's not from a month ago. The lady on the phone, and she's like, no, it was recently. That means he probably got taken to the hospital, and he probably never recovered, and he didn't actually get out of the hospital. Probably that's probably what happened, because he was there, and she says he was released, and that was only 3 days, before I went up there. His brother called the day before I went up there and said he passed of a stroke. So
Can't you look,
I assume
Andrew,
the ambulance and stuff probably took him to the hospital.
can't you look on the county records, obituaries and shit to see? Isn't that public?
I tried that too. I looked up the obituaries, and I didn't see any obituaries saying you have to post it though.
Right.
His brother would have to post that. His brother didn't. I don't know if that was his brother that did that. Anything like that.
So
No.
we
You know what I
have
mean?
we have no idea. First of all, not only did Lenny have no service, but neither did his
The
mother.
exact day or
So we don't know who has his ashes, where they are, nothing. The only person who knows any of this
nope.
shit is his brother.
No. Yeah, that's the thing. I'd like to see where if he was buried somewhere or something. You can't even go see his nothing.
His brother
Kind of sucks.
probably had him cremated and thrown out with the regular garbage.
Yeah, I think he did.
He's a fucking
It's
asshole.
fucked up, man.
Well, you know
Terrible.
Eddie. He's
Yeah.
a fucking queer.
I got another question that Maniac's been throwing around. If what happened to Onyx? Anybody know?
Yeah, nobody knows. That's the thing too. Yeah,
I saw
probably nothing.
I saw
that's-
an Onyx lookalike in my backyard a couple weeks ago. I put that video up, but I haven't seen it since.
So Andrew, can you give me like a brief
That's
synopsis
terrible.
of what Mike T just said? Because I didn't hear any of it.
He said that he called in a welfare check, spoke to the security guard. The security guard said he was taken away in an ambulance and died of a stroke.
So it wasn't heart failure.
No, I don't know. Lenny's been in and out of the hospital so many times over the years. You never think to yourself, holy shit, this might be the last time he ever goes to one. It's, Lenny's in the hospital. He'll be out in 3 or 4 days. They'll drain him and he'll be okay. He'll get some new meds. Wash, rinse, repeat. And then it's like, holy shit, this time he's not leaving. And
He was slowly killing himself. We all know that. He's had no will to live for years, except for his mother being around, like Andrew said.
yeah,
He gave
I
up.
think he literally willed himself to outlive his mother just so he can make sure she was taken care of to the very end. And then I think in his mind, he knew it was okay to just let go and go to paradise, as he said.
Right. He was excited. I mean, from some of the shit that he would say, it sounded like he's excited to go. And I think that's why he got more, preachy and religious towards the end, kind of repenting for all the shit that he did, because he knew he was close. He knew he was close, and he wanted to make sure he gets from whatever you believe.
He even said that when he came on this platform, he wanted everybody involved because he wanted to correct a lot of the mistakes he had made. And I'm like, right on, man. This would be the place to do it.
Yeah. Is this why we were doing this? To talk about Lenny's death and all that, or just?
Well, I wanted to get Mike T was the person that relayed the message to Kalora, and then everybody else ran with it and said Lenny killed himself, and all this shit's going around. It's like
he basically did, but in a long term way.
Oh yeah, like in that format.
He knew he wasn't healthy, and he continued to do unhealthy shit. What do you think's going to fucking happen?
Absolutely.
He lived his life the way he wanted to live it, and that's that. I don't think
One of Lenny's biggest fears in life was not being a freak.
And he achieved it.
Lenny would literally rather be dead than not be the biggest person in a room. It was one of his biggest fears, was not being ginormous. He didn't care. You know, that's why he ate the way he did. That's why he trained the way he did. In his mind, he had to be a freak. Even before we ever started filming, I've asked
Oh
Lenny. I'm like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
so there were times where I felt guilty because I was like, Lenny, are you doing all this because of the filming and the Delray Misfits? He's like, absolutely not. He said, I would be doing all this stuff whether we filmed a single video for YouTube or not. It's like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
But
So
Andrew, I don't think like one thing I wanted to add in is like I don't think you get any credit or you should deserve more credit for putting all this together because I think without you, I think Brad even said at one time, you're the glue for all of this.
Of course.
Without you creating the YouTube channel, there would be no Lenny. Like Jason would have been off doing his thing, but you were the one that brought it all together. I don't think you get enough credit for that.
well, sometimes when I think about that, it blows my mind. Like, if I wasn't walking around the gym with a stupid little black Nikon 720p camera, no one would know who Lenny is. Like, when I think about that, it kind of rattles my cage a little bit. Like, I'm not trying to say this from an egotistical standpoint, but I am the reason why the world knew who Big Lenny was.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
because he would have
it's
never done,
crazy.
he would have never did that shit on his own.
No. And
And
I don't know, it's kind of mind blowing when I think about it like that.
To piggyback on that, today I saw you guys know who Sam Sulek is, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So he put up a video yesterday talking about the death of Big Lenny, and it's like it's somewhat weird when you see like when he passed, we were seeing articles on New York Post, and it was going live stream, and it was I know it's bizarre probably for Andrew, but when I saw it, I was like to see somebody you knew like that to reach that tier of news media, and then to see Sam Sulek, who's making it big time in bodybuilding, talk about it, and he's such a maniac. How do you guys feel about when you see like somebody like Sam Sulek, start talking about it and basically say he's been a maniac for years?
There are so many YouTube, like all you have to do is go on YouTube and type in the search bar, R.I.P. Big Lenny, and you will see so many tributes and videos that I love to see. I mean, I'm so glad that people are making those videos. YouTube channels I've never heard of. YouTube channels that have like 100 subscribers. But their R.I.P. Lenny videos have tons of views. And I don't know, it's crazy to see. Some of the video, like the video I posted on our channel when we were at Duffy's, has thousands of comments and God knows how many likes. And it really kind of puts into perspective just how big a following Lenny had. I mean, it probably waned for the last few years because he wasn't really doing that much training. Lenny's peak popularity was in the old Delray Fitness.
Right.
But still, he maintained that popularity over the years as he kind of went away from the training and more toward the live streams and kind of giving life lessons and motivation to the maniac.
Yeah.
What do you want to say, bro?
No, he did his lecturing videos. I think it was almost like therapy for him, to be honest.
It can be therapeutic in a lot of ways, but I always enjoyed his psychoanalysis of different things.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Let's do it. Let's dive into psychoanalysis of Brad's mail route.
Stop the tape.
It was all. I know that. I was talking to Dale because that guy Patrick from Sweden. You met him, Andrew, when he came down a few months ago.
Yep.
He met me for lunch and we were talking. He was bringing up. He said that he stayed with Dale for like a fucking month. So when Dale told me, "Oh, he's a good guy," I said, "Fine, I'll meet him, whatever." And he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was.
This is a maniac.
He was He was telling me that he got him and Dale got Lenny on the phone and they were talking, and then Dale was like, "Oh, why are you busting Brad balls so much or whatever?" And Lenny said that he's like, "Oh, it's just for views." He's like, "It's just for entertainment. It's nothing personal." So I knew that. It's whatever got him clicks. But I think what he was hoping for was that I would do a response live video, and then when I just stopped doing that, I think it pissed him off more, and he started getting bitter. He wanted like a back and forth, and I didn't want to do that. And I told him that. I said, "Lenny, I'm not going back and forth with you on the fucking internet anymore. It's stupid. If you want to say shit, text me or call me." But he wouldn't do that. He'd just needle me through text. It was kind of funny, but whatever.
Lenny loved to troll. He became very good at it over time.
Because every time I do a live, I say something, not that I regret, but say something fucking stupid that these idiots run with. and they know how to get me going in the comment section because I can only ignore shit for so long, and then it'll piss me off, and I'll go on a rant, and I'll be like, why the fuck did I even bother doing that? So that's why I stopped doing those.
I think the Maniacs missed them though.
Yeah.
I mean, and speaking as a fan too, because I was always a fan first. Like this is the stuff that
I
we
have,
like to
believe
watch.
me,
You know?
there's been so many times where I've wanted to start a live stream and start ranting on shit that's pissing me off, but then I just said, nah, it's not worth it.
Speaking of Lenny's channel,
Because
does
then
anybody else have
people,
access to it?
because you know how bad people, how easy people's feelings get hurt nowadays, and it's just like, what the,
That's
Are
funny.
you
I was
talking about
wondering the
very
same thing,
sensitive
Adam.
people?
yeah. No, I said that to you too, Andrew, about his YouTube channel, all the access for that shit.
I lost access to it when Rob Zilla took it, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So like
and then
everybody I think that had access to it is dead now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it's better that I don't have access to it. I might drop dead.
I only had access to his Cameo and Instagram, and then I made him change it because I wanted that shit off my phone. I said, you got to learn how to do this shit yourself. So he redid all of it. So I don't know any of that stuff.
So Mike T, when he was talking, since I couldn't hear him, was he cremated? Does he know like any funeral? Nothing, right?
He said he doesn't know. I think he was cremated. I'm pretty sure he was cremated.
Oh, I'm sure. And like I said, his brother probably dumped his ashes in the fucking regular garbage.
Do you think like they had to put the ashes like in a kitchen sink? Like a big tub?
They should have spread it on Dixie Highway. But, you know, his brother's a fucking asshole. But, you know, they never got along. So that's between them.
Well,
I shouldn't be too hard on the guy. I don't know his story about how he grew up. I'm sure his father didn't give him any attention. He gave Lenny all the attention because he thought Lenny was going to be the prodigy. And then Lenny
from
turned
some
out
of the things,
yeah.
From some of the things Lenny talked about in his live streams, it sounded like he gave his brother a hard time when they were younger, kind of bullied him, and who knows, maybe this was his brother's way of exacting some revenge later in life.
Yeah, it could be.
Not for me to say, but I'm just throwing something out there against the wall.
But that wouldn't be very Catholic of him, would it?
Oh yeah.
Plays the organ in the Catholic Church. I probably shouldn't give out this fucking information. Then you might have to edit that out, Adam. So
They already know, man. They already
know. Yeah,
they know the name of the
know.
church, the street it's on, its fucking IP address. Believe me, these
people know
weeks everything.
back, actually, before Lenny passed, when he was in that eviction process that was going on,
did you see what a squirrely he is with his little fucking shit, whatever the fuck thing that was on top of his head?
Demonetized.
Oh my god! Like there was any question about him being a fucking. Yeah.
when during that eviction process, the trolls they found out where that church is, and they were leaving Google reviews.
Oh,
you can get those removed now, but a lot of them they were getting like posted up, and you sit back and you're like, wow.
It's funny, but it's not. Who the hell wants that done to them? But at the same time, I mean, you know, Lenny probably did release a little bit too much information about the guy.
What was his sign? What did he say? If God sees it,
some people do want privacy to a certain point, even though none of us have it.
No,
you need some people aren't used to this kind of shit, and that guy definitely wasn't, and I don't think he liked it at all, from what Lenny had said.
So, but he was trying to evict Lenny, right? Like that, they were trying to sell the townhouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, his brother wanted to wash his hands with everything. And now what the fuck? Now, he probably just left the sister down there in Miami. I don't know how close he is to the sister. But the father never, I'm sure Lenny's dad hasn't. But Lenny told me that his brother did still speak to his father. So, I don't know.
There was a picture floating around that a couple of trolls have sent me of like Lenny's dad had remarried. I don't know if that's actually even real or not.
Yeah, he remarried and had more kids. Lenny has half siblings.
Oh, so maybe it is legit.
I think he's got two other half sisters.
Yes, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
It would be curious to
I
see how
know,
they turned out.
I know the name too, but I'm not going to say it on here.
No. Don't do it, Brad. Right on. Well, listen, one of the things I was going to ask both of you is just, I'll let Andrew go first. Your best memory of Lenny, off the top of your head.
Best memory?
Yeah. Or funniest memory, the one that just comes to mind.
On-camera memories, I'll say there are two. Brad was there for one of them. Actually, there are three.
Go for it.
The first one, Brad, remember when we went to Port Charlotte when he was in the street screaming Natasha Mathis and we couldn't get him back in the van?
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
That was fucking hysterical.
Who's
We're like,
that
Lenny,
he was
get in the
calling out?
fucking car. He wouldn't get in the car.
It was our waitress at the restaurant we ate at, and he was infatuated with.
Yeah.
She was very attractive. Actually, that was one solid pick by him. That was one I would.
Yep.
Yeah. But
And
he was all he took ecstasy, so he was all fucked up.
she was our waitress. Was that when we visited? That was when we went to visit Mel
Chauncey's joint, yeah.
Andrew's probably getting a call.
Accidentally, hold on.
Oh,
And she was our waitress at the restaurant, really attractive mixed girl. And he became obsessed with her throughout the course of the meal. So when we left the restaurant, he started screaming her name in the street, and he wouldn't stop.
I remember Emma was with us then too.
Yeah, Emma and Jason. Second best memory was when I went with him to film the Diana Cadu in 2014 in October, because that was the first time I ever spent time with Lenny alone outside the gym. And I remember I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, it's just going to be me and Lenny outside the gym. This is going to be so weird and awkward. So I met him at the place where we filmed the show. And as soon as we ran into each other there, like the ice was just broken and we had an amazing time. And my biggest regret about that is that was my old ass camera. I only had one battery. We could have gotten 3 videos out of that night. There was so much stuff going on I could have filmed, but
that happened a few times.
Yeah, I know. And so I had to be very conservative about what I film and not to waste any battery life. Otherwise, I could have gotten so much more funny footage. That was when his mom was there, his sister was there, and we had a great time. That was the night he crashed his car driving up to West Palm Beach when he passed out at the wheel after the bodybuilding show. But we had a great time that night. That's the first time he and I ever spent any time alone. And the third, Brad, I got 2 words for you, and you're going to know what the hell I'm talking about. And by the way, I'm the only person who has this video, Chef Greg.
I can imagine. I can only imagine.
I'm the only person who has it. And by the way, what would Lenny want us to do with that video? No one's ever
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Everybody to fucking see it.
The Las Vegas porn
Vegas
with
video.
the Charles Barkley lookalike.
When I came in after that, and he's standing there with his shriveled cock, with his fucking used condom on his shriveled cock, walking around the room about to drink her piss.
Yeah. And Chef Greg is like, I mean, he's like Steven Spielberg. He's putting his cell phone between the friggin' tranny's legs and
it's disgusting.
Close-ups of
disgusting.
It probably looks like a National Geographic film.
No one's seen it before, but I have it on my hard drive. I just don't. Would Lenny want the world to see it, or would he want? I really don't know.
You can't post that anywhere.
Well, that's the thing. I wouldn't even know where to post it.
It's fucking porn, and that person in it could sue you for revenge porn or some shit.
Yeah.
Whatever that.
Yeah, in this day and age, you don't want the DEI after you, Andrew.
I'll just let that one sit on the hard drive, I guess. It is a funny video.
Wait, is that the video that you made Cassidy Campbell watch?
Yes.
Yeah, he
Cassidy, Rob, Simi, when they were all here, we did the podcast. Yep.
Just FYI, if I'm ever back at your house, Andrew, I do not want to see this video.
Yes, you do. Just for you don't have to watch it. Just listen to the commentary.
It's just hysterical. Greg is hysterical. Even Kalora made a few funny remarks. It's just funny as hell.
Wait, Kalora was in the room when they were filming it?
Yeah, he was sitting there watching it. They kept calling me, Brad, you got to get up here. You got to get up here. I'm like, what the fuck do I need to get up there for? And
what was it, 6 a.m. after pulling an all-nighter on the last night?
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6 a.m. And Nate because me and Nate had, we shared a room there. Nate's like, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm like, ah, you fucking pussy. I went down there. That was the first time I seen Calora drinking a beer. And Greg bought a king size Snickers for him to shove up that thing's ass.
Wow.
Which he was
In the
pissed off
video,
that he
the
didn't.
hotel,
He's like, I
the
spent
hotel,
$5 on that Snickers. Goddamn it, he didn't use it.
the hotel room is dark, but it's just lit enough so you can see kind of shadows and silhouettes.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, you hear the bathroom door open, and you see this like 6'5" burly figure with a wig on start walking through the hotel. I mean, it looked like Charles Barkley with a wig on.
High tower.
And you're like, this is not going to
line.
really happen. And the next thing you know, Charles Barkley gets on all fours on the bed, and Lenny just
the smell in
does
that
his
room.
thing. Oh, it's.
I mean, that's just.
That was sure it wasn't Hightower from Police Academy?
That was one of the low points of his life. He's probably.
I think the plan was when Lenny and Rob had that Patreon started, they were going to put it there, but it never quite made it.
Thank
so
God.
Now it's just sitting and
it's
wasting away on my computer.
It's hilarious, but it's also fucking disgusting. I mean, he was mentally fucking deranged. He was. He had a definite form. Well, I mean, we're all a little mentally ill to even do any of this shit, but he was. Right. He was definitely mental.
What about you, Brad? What about your memories?
I don't know. I mean, me and him had good conversations in the car, like the car ride shit, and even when we weren't filming, those were good times. When I first had him do cameos, I would have to go over there or meet him somewhere because he couldn't do it he didn't know how to work it on his fucking phone. So I had it on mine, and I would just go over there. There was a lot of them that were funny. It was good.
Your car ride videos were the best. Those were great.
First admitted to liking sucking cock.
You and Lenny had some of the most genuine, authentic comedic chemistry. Yeah. You can Abbott and Costello pick whatever comedic tandem you want to think of throughout the history of entertainment, and you and Lenny surpass it. Pick anybody, Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, whoever you want.
I don't know about all that. It was fun.
I do. No, the way you two bounced off each other, it was natural, unscripted. It was beautiful to watch.
We knew how to get under each other's skin. That's for sure.
Yeah,
it was like a demented Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was amazing. What were you going to ask me, Adam?
So I want to ask you. So we talked about before we started, Jason. Everybody's been asking why isn't Jason saying anything, and I know you wanted to say something, so I'll let you.
Well, I'll just say that I've known Jason since 2007, 2008. Jason, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I have never been more disgusted with you in my entire life, ever, than now with you not posting a 20-second clip, nothing, anywhere, saying, rest in peace, Lenny, you were a good friend. I have never been more disappointed and disgusted with Jason, and I told him as much when we chatted, and he gave me his reasons. I listened to him. I said, I don't care. Sometimes in life, you have to do the right thing. You got to take a stand. Show some fucking balls. Have a little courage and do the right thing and say rest in peace to the one person who was probably nicer to him than anybody in all of our videos. Right, he always encouraged him. He always motivated him. He always complimented him. And he can't say a damn thing. Just.
No,
do you want to?
That's just a selfish, no conscience.
I mean, come on, man.
What was his reasonings for not saying anything?
He's not allowed to do anything with that. He just does coins, or else his uncle. But it's bullshit because he can film
what Brad
PJ,
said.
Because PJ gives him free shit, so he'll always go film with him. If we're giving him something, if you said, Jason, you got to post something about Lenny, I'll give you $100. He would do it in a second.
There you go, the money.
That's all motivates that guy.
Now, if someone paid him to say R.I.P. Lenny, well, he would have done it faster than you can spit and it would hit the ground. So
a lot of the fans at Maniacs figured that because people were paying him to do Order 66s. So I was thinking that's probably one of the reasons why he probably wanted to be paid to say just rest in peace, Lenny.
Of course,
which is pretty sad though.
Didn't he recently do Order 66s and shit? Wasn't he recently?
Maybe within the last 3 or 4 months, something like that. I don't know. I saw him at Publix yesterday when I went there. He needs to start training again. Jesus.
I thought he was getting back into shape with PJ and Karen and whatever.
They
Yeah.
did a couple of little videos. Hey,
Yeah, the funniest one was the text you screenshotted that text he sent you about PJ's about to be a
oh,
father.
yeah.
With
Yeah.
congratulations to PJ, and he's having a
And,
boy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Andrew shared that with me too. That was pretty funny.
What did he say? Like now do nothing but clean crap.
Yeah, clean
Something
shit.
fucking dying.
He's fucked.
Oh, PJ. Have you
Yeah.
guys talked to Nate?
Hilarious though. What's that?
Do you guys talk to Nate? Anybody know
No.
anything about Nate?
He's in Utah still.
That was the other thing people are asking. Where's
He
Nate?
moved out to Utah
What
about a
did
year ago.
he become a Mormon or something?
No, but you know his dad's out there and his brother and shit. His
Oh,
family.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
I think his uncle, his dad, his father's side of the family all lives out there. I think his mother's still in Vegas, but
Right on.
it's fucking beautiful. It's beautiful there.
It is, yeah. What do
So,
you
Adam,
go for it, Andrew?
Let me ask you a question since we're asking each other questions here.
Yeah.
What are some of your thoughts on some people who need to make a video?
Well, that's why. Listen, that's why I wanted my T on here, because it should have been. It's good that Kalor was like the person that got it out there and let everybody know. And I think it should have came from you, Brad, Kalor, from that somebody in the inside. But immediately the same fucking day, you have people. We're not going to mention names. We'll do the Lenny. We're not going to mention names, right?
I had to mention fucking names. Who cares?
Fucking putting out videos saying the cause of death, wrong birth date.
Yeah, that was the best.
And they care because, I care. It's just really hard for me because I care so much.
Yeah, they put out one of those, I think it was the New York Post or something, said he was 60.
Yeah.
All he got to do was ask one of us, April 27th, 1970. We knew when he was fucking born. Why don't you just reach
Stop being impulsive view whoring. Gather facts. Andrew, you said it the best years ago. Gather the facts.
I was ahead of my time. What can I say?
I love that video because it's so spot on.
Listen, I'll say this.
Though? You shouldn't be surprised because that's what they do.
It's the dinner bell. The dinner bell gets rung.
It happens with everybody. That's just what they do.
I remember when Big Richard died, and I remember very well Lenny dying. It was just a few weeks ago. I can tell you the very last thing on my mind when I found out that they both died was to dust off my webcam and make a video.
No,
it was the absolute last thing. I remember when I found out Big Richard died. I found out through Facebook. I was scrolling through Facebook, my newsfeed, and his daughter Allison. It said, Richard Sachs has been tagged in a post, and it was an RIP message from his daughter. I remember I sat there and I just read it about 10 times to make sure I wasn't misreading it. And then I just spaced out for about 10 minutes and I just started to sweat. I broke into a cold sweat. I'm almost paralyzed. I don't know how to explain it. Then the first thing I did was I called you, Brad, and I'm like, Big Richard died. Yeah. And it just, that messed my head up. And I'm like, I remember I said to you, Brad, I'm like, how do I let everybody know? I don't know what to do. And I went through the exact same emotional process when I found out Lenny died. I didn't know how to say it. I didn't know what to do. I sure as hell didn't even think about making a YouTube video.
No, you wouldn't be able to make it through it.
No. So I just kind of gathered myself and I wrote my initial post on Instagram because that was really the first thing that came to my mind. Was that night when we were in my car driving back to his house so he can put some nice clothes on. And he thanked me for everything, for putting him on YouTube. That was the first thing that popped into my head. And then I did a second Instagram post, and then I wrote a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube. And then the following night, I said, you know what, let me look at through my folders on my computer. Maybe I have some unseen footage of Lenny I could post. And I found that one clip that we filmed at Duffy's, and I wanted to upload it.
But so the first thought you had in your head was not to take 3 hours to put makeup on, get special lighting.
I didn't want to make it about myself. And I feel like when you do that, you're not making it about the person who died. You're making it about yourself
Well,
about
saying,
the
"Oh,
person who died.
I'm so devastated." Yeah, yeah. I know what you're saying.
Like, I just, if
Ah,
you-
ah, ah, ah.
it's about the person who died. And I don't know. Yeah. I was
Exactly.
just in a daze. When I found out Lenny died, I just got in my car and I went for a drive in a daze. I really didn't know what else to do.
At least
So
Dave Palumbo said on RX Mouse, he's like, we don't know what he died of. I'm like, at least he
yeah.
can say that. You know, it's like you don't
I
have all
don't,
the
that's just,
facts.
I don't, I, that stuff doesn't bother me when those guys do videos as soon as somebody dies, because that's what they do. That's what their channel, their channels are about reporting, just piggybacking off each other. And I don't know, you got to
But if
strike
you
while
are
the
good,
iron's hot. You want to be, even if you're not right, you want to be first, which
right,
is what
and that goes to what I was about to say. And if that's what you do, if that's your MO, great. But at least get information correct before you do it.
right. I agree with that.
Set aside your impulsive nature for just 30 more minutes. Will waiting 2 extra hours to make sure you have the right information kill
Right.
you? Will it? No.
Especially
Just
if you know you
get
can
the
reach
damn
out to any
facts
one
straight
of us.
first.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
You know, I know that everybody who made a video about Lenny cared about him and they were entertained by him, and there are a lot of people who wish they had gotten a chance to meet him who never did. But just get the facts right before you're going to make a video, and then you have to backtrack. Oh well, I was wrong about this and this.
Well,
If
then
you
that gets, but then
just wait.
that gets another video with even more
Well,
clicks.
I guess so.
Come on, you got to
Five-part
Man,
miniseries.
won't
get as
kill you
much
to
out of
wait an
this
extra
shit as you
two
can.
hours.
Yeah, you got to get as much out of it as you can. Bleed, bleed it dry.
As much as you can. That's what
And
the
then the
It
video
is
next
goes.
day,
great to see all the videos, though, all the
and then
tribute videos. You know, it makes you feel good.
the next day, it's on to the next thing.
Hmm.
That's what those people do.
Like I said, it's the dinner bell.
Yeah.
It just gets rung. I do like the fact that a lot of maniacs are like the Delray Misfits Instagram is now an obituary. I find that very funny because it's
Yeah,
actually very true.
I couldn't laugh.
unfortunately.
I might be next. Fuck.
Well, Brad, you got the password for the IG. You can write mine if I drop dead.
I don't think I have the password for it.
Yeah, you do. I'll text it to you.
All right. Now I'll post some lewd shit on there.
It's very cathartic to be able to talk with you guys about Lenny, because like this is the first time we've really done it as a group. I
I
mean,
know.
Adam and I.
When it first happened, you think about it, you get choked up. We're all human,
Oh,
you know. We all cared about it.
I
We love the
started
guy.
doing a video. I started doing a solo video, which I never do, so it's awkward for me as it is. And 2 minutes into it, I was like, no. Once
Yeah.
I started talking about some real shit, I
I know
said, no. I
people were
stopped
asking
it.
me
And
people were asking me to go live and stuff on my own. There's no
no.
way.
Well, Andrew and I will openly admit this because I don't give a shit. Andrew heard me cry that day. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, I did too. I was
I
throwing
got
my
I've cried.
Yeah, man, it
No one's
sucks.
seen it, but I've cried. I
Yeah.
cried when
so
Big Richard died.
Andrew has
Man,
that over me. He's heard me weep on the phone.
we were a family, man, a dysfunctional, fucked up family. But man, we've traveled together. We spent literally hundreds of hours together in a gym. We've flown together. We've had dozens of meals together. We've been to each other's homes. Like people don't realize how much time we've spent together
Yeah, we've all
on
met each other's
camera,
whole fucking
off camera.
families. Yeah.
You know, like we were. Brad, I think
Lenny knew my whole family. Every time I'd see them, oh, how's
yeah.
Lenny doing? How's Lenny doing? You know,
When
always.
Lenny was in the hospital, he would talk to my father for medical advice. Like he would thank me. We were
Sucks.
close, man. Brad, you said it best in your Instagram post. You said Lenny is the most complex person I've ever known. We had our differences, but I always loved him, and that hit me when I read that. It's so true because I've
Yeah.
had my differences with Lenny too, but didn't mean we didn't care about each other. Like,
I
Right.
think we all had, right?
We've
Everybody
all
had something,
yeah.
mixed something with him. But
we've all wanted to strangle him at one point or another,
Oh,
but it's just like a brother. I wanted to strangle my brother too. You know what I mean? It's the same shit.
he'd say something, it'd piss you off. But the thing about Lenny was like, no matter how much he would piss you off, it was so hard to stay mad at him. Because he's
Yeah,
Lenny.
right,
Like, he's
right.
Lenny, you know? It's like, I don't know
And
how
as
to
soon as you
explain
would,
it.
you know, like the best way I can describe it is you would be mad at him, and then when you seen him, he would start apologizing, and it's like I can't really, my
No,
anger
what?
is
No, what?
gone.
No, what he would do is shower you with compliments. That's what he would do.
Yeah.
Oh, Brad, you
Yeah.
look great. And then the
Yeah.
next day you
Yeah.
go in life, oh, Brad looked like shit. He looked puffy. But when you first see him, oh, you
Such
look
an
great.
asshole.
You look good. I like the beard. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's just the way he was. A lot of the shit he did on camera was not the real. You guys know.
Yeah,
I'm just glad. I'm glad I got to see him one last time when I went to Vitus Hospice to see his mom with him. Had I not done that, and had I not seen him that one last time, it's funny. What struck me about meeting him there that night was Lenny and I. Anyone who knows him, he always fist bumps you, always. And when we parted ways that night, he shook my hand. First time in my life I've ever shook Lenny's hand. That's how we said goodbye to each other that night.
That's
I'm
cool.
going to fucking get emotional right now. And he shook my hand, and that was it. And that was the last time I saw him. Wasn't
Yeah,
a
I
fist.
saw
It
it.
was almost like he knew he was saying goodbye to me. I don't know. I think about it, and it just,
He knew. He knew it was coming.
yeah.
That's why he was apologetic and shit towards the end. I remember he sent me a couple pictures of her in there. I'm like, Lonnie, don't. I wish you wouldn't have sent
yeah,
that to me. I
Listen,
don't want to see. I loved
I've,
his mother. His mom was awesome to me. She was cool. She was cool. And seeing her, I didn't want to see her like that. That's why I wouldn't go there. And you
that
even
was
said
one of the
when you
most
were
horrific
there,
things I've ever seen.
there's no way I could get that out of my head.
I'll never get the sound of her breathing. It's called the death rattle when you're hours away from death. That god awful sound. It was in my head for days
No way.
after
That
I
was.
visited her.
she
I
was
could.
intubated.
I
No,
could
she
do
was
it.
just laying there with her eyes about 3/4 open. Basically, she was dead but breathing.
They just had her
And
all doped up, right?
she died. She died 5 hours after he and I left. Yeah, she was probably all morphined up. I mean, she was biologically existing, but she certainly wasn't alive, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, they're just.
It was,
Yeah. No way. Nobody. And after him seeing that too, I know
and,
that fucked him
and I
up.
also want to say that I got a chance to meet his buddy John, who he did it. You know, John, Chinless John, who he went to the racetrack with. That was one of the coolest guys. We talked a lot. He was such a good guy. He was not like anything he came off in any of those videos with Lenny, where he was shit talking about you, Brad.
Yeah.
He was
Fuck
a
you,
child.
John.
He was a childhood friend of Lenny's. He was telling me some interesting stories.
Oh, I'm
But
sure.
he was
No,
a really,
he
really good
actually
dude.
when him and Lenny went to Daytona, we were messaging and they were sending me like music or what the fuck. Lenny was just sending me shit. He's like, John wants you to come next time or whatever. I'm like, yeah. I said, it's fun. That's a fun event, the Daytona, you know. So I know he was just fucking around with the shit he was
It
saying.
was
That's what he
fun,
did.
Brad. It was
Yeah,
fun.
fuck you, Brad. Yeah. It's all for a reaction. But John would probably be the only one that knows how to get in touch with Lenny's brother because none of us ever had Eddie's number. John might have. I don't know.
I
is
just love
John
to
down in
know.
South Florida or back in PA?
I think he lives in Oakmont or Pittsburgh
Okay.
somewhere. Yeah.
I would love to have his ashes brought down here, and we can, I don't know, do something with them.
They're probably gone. His brother probably threw him the fuck out. He resented Lenny. It's a shame. It's a fucking shame. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I don't really know if he threw them out, but you know, if he just disposed of his mother like that, they didn't have any service for her. What do you think he did?
No,
You know,
Wow.
Lenny was real upset about that too. But see, that's the shame though. Lenny was a 54-year-old man, didn't know how to take care of a funeral or something. You know what I mean?
yeah, man.
Sucks.
Yikes.
Oh, what are you gonna do,
So,
Yeah.
who?
Jay? That's who you're thinking of, right?
Last time I saw Jay, 6 weeks ago, maybe Jay and I would get lunch together pretty often at the Chinese buffet on my days off. But he
That's
hasn't gone in about a month and a half, 2 months. I haven't seen him. I think he's cleaning up his diet.
oh, good.
Good for
Okay.
him.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
But Jay,
maybe.
Jay and I, we're in touch. Jay and I texted the other day.
We should do like we're coming up on what is it, 5 years?
Oh, Brad, you know who reached out to me? Chuck.
Oh, really?
He's thinking of joining Retro, yeah, to go on weekends. And he
I
wants to know
told
if I
him.
go on weekends.
I sent him pictures of inside the. He messaged me when I did one of those videos, and I told him, I said, "Yeah, it's a good gym, man. Why would you go to Planet fucking Fitness?"
Is
But
that where he goes?
he has a little gym in his garage, though. I think he'd rather just work. You know, how he's kind of an introvert.
Does he still live in the same place? He can walk there if he does. Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
How
job.
he
is
should
that
join.
gym? How is that gym?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I wouldn't want to be there, though, when it's really busy because they pretty much only have one of everything.
That's
Like they have
right.
2 leg presses, they have 2 pec deck fly machines. Everything else is one, except for like flat benches and things like that. But they do have a bunch of power racks. It's
Yeah,
good. It's adequate. They don't have
yeah.
hammer strength machines, though, which I love. I mean, that's why I'll never give up my LA Fitness membership.
But you know, sooner or later, it's going to get overrun by these fucking dipshit,
Well, at
rehab
some
kids.
point, they're going to have to stop signing up members because a member of my job goes there, and he said he went there at 11 a.m. He said he just turned around and walked out. It was still busy. So,
Really?
yeah, I would
Yeah.
not want to go there during peak hours, like 6 in the morning it's fine.
Yeah,
But
that's fine. Yeah, I get there like 6:45. It's great, but you could tell it gets busier. But I'm sure there's plenty of fucking broccoli head morons there. Fucking idiot kids. I don't understand that shit. It's the new man
funny,
bun.
Brad and
Broccoli.
I met a guy there who would make the perfect next Big Richard if we ever started up the Misfits again.
Oh yeah, that guy's
Yeah,
great.
you know I'm talking about that
Really?
loon.
Yeah, he wears "fuck Biden" shirts right in the gym.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
Biden. And fuck you if you don't like it.
Yeah, he wears shirts that say "fuck you" if you voted for Joe Biden. He's like Big Richard's height, same demeanor, same build. He just
Yeah,
doesn't give a shit. And
he's got a
Brad and
real.
I
He's an
we were
ex-fireman from New York City. He's got a thick New York
yeah.
accent. He's funny.
Brad and I were talking to the guy one morning, and Brad just turns to me and whispers in my ear, "Big Richard." I'm like, "Holy shit, you're right."
Yeah.
Nice.
And we are allowed to film in there. They never said shit when we did little
Nope.
shorts or anything.
Oh, here's a fun fact for all the Misfit maniacs. I don't know if anyone knows this or not, but Michael Manley, cerebral palsy Mike, he lives down here again now. He moved back down here from North Carolina. He reached out to me about a year and a half ago to tell me he was moving to Boca. And he said, if you want to grab lunch, I said, yeah, absolutely. I said, do you need help moving in? If you do, let me know. And I never heard from him again. But I know he lives down here. He lives, I think, off Lions Road or something.
Good luck with
But
the
yeah,
rent in Boca.
then I emailed him another time, and I never heard from him again. He never responded. So it'd be good to see him again.
Well, I hope he's not dead.
Yeah. I'll have to look him up. Maybe I'll shoot him another email.
Yeah. Fuck.
Or I still have his number. I can call him, too.
It's going to be a big rent difference from North Carolina to Boca Raton.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Shit.
2,600 for a 1-bedroom.
I don't even pay that for my house.
It's ridiculous. No, that's one of the reasons why I left. It's astronomical.
Yep.
My rent for my townhouses in Boca was going up to 3,600.
What? Are you serious for that place?
Yep.
Damn.
3-floor townhouse, 2-bedroom, 1 den.
Ooh,
That's
shit.
Before COVID, it was 2,250. In 4 years, that's how far up it went.
Oh,
That's
I wonder why. But the economy's great, guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's what I was gonna. Actually, I was gonna.
You know who to vote for.
I was gonna close
Already
with that.
did.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So
Early
how
vote.
did you guys feel about?
Did you see the numbers on that early voting? It's a fucking landslide right now.
Oh yeah, so far it is.
hope.
Yeah.
Which yeah,
What,
you know
we
what's
don't have
happen.
we don't have any Puerto Ricans here that I know of. So how did you guys feel about the Madison Square Garden rally full of?
I thought it was
Nazis?
amazing.
I
It was
didn't watch
amazing.
I didn't watch it.
You know-
I saw.
you know
I
what's
obviously saw clips.
You know what's
He said it was
crazy to me
6
about that
hours,
whole thing?
He said it was 6 hours long. I'm not watching 6 hours.
You got a bunch of people claiming to be offended by a joke that was made by a comedian. It was clearly a joke.
That's what he
But
does.
but no one's offended that Tim Walz said Madison Square Garden was filled with 20,000 Nazis. That doesn't offend people? That statement doesn't offend people?
Right.
You have people
Hypocritical
there of
bullshit.
every race, color, creed, religion, nationality, all there supporting Trump. There were Israeli flags hanging, every kind of flag, and they're Nazis. But
Right.
that doesn't offend the same people who were offended by an off-color joke about Puerto Rico.
And there's been plenty of
I
fucking
don't get it.
rallies at Madison Square Garden. Even didn't Bill Clinton have a fucking rally at Madison Square Garden? They have rallies everywhere. What the fuck? Who gives a shit? So the Knicks are now all Nazis because they play at Madison Square Garden.
It's
What is?
called
I don't
desperation.
understand. I don't understand what where that comparison comes from.
Because
They're,
Trump is a white supremacist Nazi or a white supremacist Hitler. So anybody that follows him are the Nazis.
Even though he has
calling him a
Jewish
fascist and
grandchildren.
calling him a fascist and a Nazi is just a Hail Mary. There's a week left. They know they're down in swing states. He's going to take Pennsylvania, which will basically that'll be a wrap. Shit, what are we going to do? I know. We'll spend the last week calling him a Nazi and a fascist and a dictator.
Yep.
Wash, rinse, repeat. He's heard us now for 10 years. No one listens anymore. It's all bullshit.
Yeah,
No
that's
one
true.
cares.
It's tired. Nobody gives
It's
a
the
shit.
same thing for the last 10 years.
It's incredible.
Jeez.
I watched the clip, the part where Tony Hinchcliffe, and I thought it was hysterical because if you've watched his comedy before, he's done the roasts on Comedy Central. They're far worse than that joke about
Of
Puerto Rico.
course. Of
Did you see
course.
Hulk Hogan's Hawk Tour
Yeah.
No, I didn't see
about
that.
Kamala? That was great.
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan, he looked
that's
like
what
he was
this
having
year.
some trouble doing his posing routine. That was rough to watch. Did you see that? When he's
He's in
trying to rip
bad
his shirt
shape.
off and then he's doing
Yeah.
his.
Well, he's
Yeah,
fucking 80 years old, isn't he?
I know.
He
He's
can't
in real
stand up
bad
straight.
shape.
Oh man. Oh, we'll see what happens. We got one more week. There's gonna be some. There's definitely gonna be some shit.
It's already happening.
Either way, it's gonna be chaos next Tuesday. You watch.
Well, I was reading a tweet earlier. The mayor of Virginia said that they stopped Trump from coming there in 2016, and then another year he's like, "I'll make sure that you don't come here" or something like that. And I was like, "What do you mean by make sure?"
What did he do during his 4 years as president
That's
that
everybody's
makes
so
these people
scared.
become so unglued?
I don't
What did he
know.
do?
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
I know.
They want to keep their agenda going.
No,
That's all
because
it is.
well, what it is the world is filled with pussies that don't like truth and don't like somebody talking shit, and he's a shit talker, so he comes off as a bully shit talker. So all these pussies, oh my god, it hurt my feelings. My feelings are hurt. He's evil. He's so mean. These are the people that got their lunch money stolen when they were in school. They're a bunch of fucking pussies. Get over it. They take every fucking little thing he says. It's so fucking dumb.
But
There's
he
just
gives it. The problem with Trump is that, look, he's not a newbie anymore. He's been in politics now for 10 years. He shouldn't be acting like, I mean, I hate to say this because, on the one hand, it's what makes him so great. But on the other hand, it's what makes him his own worst enemy.
oh
He
yeah,
can't
that's it.
control his fucking mouth.
Right.
Just show some composure. You
But
don't
at
always
the,
have to take debate.
yeah. But at the same time, people can't. These people that are that sensitive over little shit that he said. Come on, man.
They can't touch him on policy. So
Right.
they
Yeah.
have to go after him for all these stupid things that come out of his mouth. So, if he had any wherewithal, he's okay, let me stop saying these off teleprompter remarks, but he just can't help himself. For
No,
example, he can't stop talking about how the 2020 election was stolen from him. Stop saying that. Just stop. He can't do it. No one can reel him in. It's
Well,
baked
Even
in the
Rogan.
cake.
but that's another thing. Why do they get mad about it? He left office. Who gives a fuck if he denied it or not? Why does that matter to anybody?
Because
Hillary
he's an
Clinton
election
denied the privilege.
denier.
Who cares if he denied the election? Who gives a fuck?
Well,
He's not in
Stacey
there.
Abrams was an election denier, and so was Hillary Clinton. But no, you don't hear anything about that.
He's not the president right now. So why do they? Oh, January 6th. Who cares? They
You know
let
something. You know
those
something
people
that
in there. There was agitators in there. There was undercover people pretending to be mad if they weren't.
Absolutely.
It was so
to
brutal. It was that shit was all rigged too.
to actually touch on the subject the subject of January 6th, you know, and fast forwarding now to his attempted assassinations, and all these left liberal Democrats are saying, oh, they missed. None of them have a clue that realize that if he was killed, January 6th would have looked like a picnic.
Oh yeah.
They have no clue what the
It's
world would have
true.
looked like if that man would have been killed.
They're gonna keep trying. Unfortunately, we know it because they're sick. They can't handle it. They hate him so much. I think there's a lot of jealousy involved too, because he was a successful businessman. Although they'll say, "Oh, he wasn't successful. He had blah 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 blah." Whatever.
If they can't cancel him, they
Because he's
can't sue him, they can't put him
arrogant.
in jail, they can't kill him. It's like it's all they're going through all this.
He's an arrogant alpha male that talks shit. They can't fucking stand it. He's a
Yep.
white man, and he's white. The white man is the devil. We're the
I don't
white
know.
devil
I don't know
now.
how he does it. I mean, the guy is 78 years old. He has more energy than I had when I was 21. I
Because he
don't
never,
know
Right.
what.
because he never did drugs or drank. That
Like,
fucking destroys you.
does the 2 rallies a day, flies here, flies there. I mean, the guy must sleep 4 hours a night.
That's what
I
they
Well,
don't know.
said.
He must have
That's
made a
what
trip to
they
Bulgarian steroid camp or something.
exactly. That's what his son Eric said, that they don't sleep. They all sleep 4 hours a night. That's it.
exactly.
Yeah.
The day of the Rogan podcast, he did a rally. He did Rogan's podcast, and then he was on a rally right after.
I don't know how he does it. I really don't.
I don't know how he hasn't lost his voice.
Yeah.
Talking that much. I'm starting to lose mine after an hour of this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get you guys' insight on that because that just had passed, and I was like, we don't have Puerto Ricans here, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. You know, we don't take all that.
What's more important, a joke about Puerto Rico or fixing our country?
Exactly.
Yeah. How about you close that fucking border?
Let me think.
The guy wants everybody to be rich and safe. What the fuck is wrong with that?
No. Ask AOC.
Oh.
All right. So
We can
again,
do this
thank you
again.
guys. I appreciate you guys jumping on, and hopefully we can, you know, do this in the live in the studio.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, you can! Just do it! If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.